Wow, you guys, this has been quite a week for me. Oh gosh, I'm recording this on a Sunday. I'm supposed to record on Saturdays. That's like the ideal goal. However, it was honestly probably one of the craziest weeks I've had at work. I didn't even warm up. I'm so sorry, you guys. Hello and welcome back to Variety Girly. This is episode 4.
3, 2, 1, talk to me.
And obviously we're still trying to find our rhythm because I just popped off right there and I didn't even introduce myself. How rude, how disgusting of me. I'm your girl, Jamie Rose Roth, and I think we're going to start getting into a better rhythm here. I did realize tonight, I was like, wow, I really need to always record on a Saturday so I can edit on Sunday, because right now I'm going to be editing on a Monday, which I have a golf tournament tomorrow, and I'm like just a little girl. Okay, let's start off with a weekly recap. So this week at work we had, it's called DRM, or district review meeting, where all the bigwigs fly in, and naturally I embarrass myself because I just like don't know how to act. It is what it is. It do be what it do be, whatever. They flew in, and on Friday is really where I shine. I had to do fireside, which luckily this year I didn't have to do as much. I hope you guys can hear me. Because I was like, hey, let's actually split this up into our respective departments. So I'll handle the event, IT handle the tech, and communications handle the presentation. So that worked out really well for me. Then naturally after fireside, I was like, I have to go out for a drink to, see everyone, keep the culture growing. So it wasn't, for a normal person, it's not a late night. I am in bed by I usually, honestly, I get into my bed at like 8 p.m. and then I obviously watch the TikTok until about 9 and go to sleep. So that night I don't think I got to bed till 10:30, 11, which was crazy. That was Tuesday. Wednesday we had a morning coffee with execs. So I think that kicked off at 7:30. So I was at work early just making sure that everything looked cute, Avi. Wednesday night, I had a welcome reception for a procurement and equipment conference that I organized for PCL. And honestly, where we did it was cute. We did it at the hotel, Kimpton Everly in Hollywood. Location really cool for a tourist. The hotel is really cool. I really like Kimpton hotels. They're funky, but they're still they're very hip. However, they're still everyone is welcome there, even your dog, at no extra cost. Then they had a 2-day, oh my gosh, conference where I actually sat in on to make sure that everything was running smoothly. And first of all, I woke up on the Thursday and I was like, how in the heck do these people travel here and then go out to functions and then still show up ready to learn and engage in these conferences? Because they did. And I was like, you guys are so much older than me because I'm just a little girl. And everyone was so present. Everyone was so awesome. Everyone was so grateful. I was like, you have nothing to thank me about. This is literally my job. I love it, so whatever. But they were all just thank you so much for everything, blah, blah, blah. Thursday night, we got to go to the last Dodgers game. The last home regular season Dodgers game, which was really fun. We brought Ro with us, and my mom was visiting, so she came too. I feel like every once in a while, it's okay for him to stay up past his bedtime. Although it proved today that it was still a bit rough on him because today he went to bed so early, but more on that later. Or not, who knows. Friday was another day of the conference, and then we went to, or after the conference, we did a tour bus thing where it has the open top, which I feel is so cool to have it by yourself. And the driver was super awesome. He let us stop to grab some drinks and then stopped to go to the bathroom, and then we kind of cut it short because we were all just we're just ready to go eat. And so we went to Lowry's. It was so good. It was so good. They had these prawns that were just unreal. I think there was a tuna tartare thing that I ate. Oh my gosh. Then they come out with the prime rib. It was amazing. They do need work on their cocktails. I had a French 75 and like did not hit. That's okay. You know what I mean? We can't all be good at absolutely everything. I was dying so tired and I did have to bail on friends. I feel so bad still. This is our Oktoberfest weekend at this really cool brewery that's like in Moore Park. It is kind of far away and we've gone the last 2 years. Honestly, so much freaking fun. But on Thursday when I was at the conference almost dying, I was like, I know it. Like, I know I am just going to be so burnt out. And I have a golf tournament on Monday that I have to be at all day. And I'm like, that is also going to kill me. I cannot do Oktoberfest on Saturday and then be even more exhausted trying to catch up on sleep Sunday. So unfortunately I had to bail on that. And I like, A, I hate missing out. B, I really don't like being that kind of friend. But I think because I'm not always someone that bails, hopefully people understand more. Honestly, Ro was so tired today as it is that like I'm glad that we didn't go to Oktoberfest yesterday because I feel like that would have just like, it wouldn't have been good for anyone. So I'm sad that we missed this year, but next year for sure. That's my weekly wrap up. So exhausted. I'm just a girl and I was just out there doing the most and I'm proud of me for that. Oh, breaking news. I've discovered Chappell Roan. I obviously knew some of her songs before, and then I heard the gossip about her, about how people were saying how she's like so sick of paparazzi, she just wants to be private. And then I did put in my opinion back then. And by back then, I mean a week or two ago. And I said, girly pop, like wear a mask, be like Sia, wear that big hair. I apologize. I've now binged her music all week. She really does seem like she's doing it for the music. Like, it is so different. And maybe I just have my head under a rock and I'm just like not exposed to like this style of music. But oh my gosh, I'm addicted. I'm obsessed. I love it. I stand for her. Paparazzi, just leave her alone. She's just doing her thing. She's just making amazing music. I'm obsessed. So yeah, this is my public apology. I hope you accept it. I'm sure you heard about me bashing you before and I'm so sorry about that. But you know what? We're all adults here and we can admit when we're wrong. You know what I mean? Real quick, TikTok has taught me that I've never had an original thought, not once in my life, which I love because I feel like there's all this stuff that we're all thinking and obviously nervous to say because you do think like I'm probably the only one that deals with this. And I just feel like TikTok builds such a great community for that. And it makes you not feel, and you're like, oh my God, I literally like, I can't even tell you how many times I'll be scrolling and I'm like, oh my God, I did that. Or like, I totally thought that or stuff like that. So that was just like a random little thought of mine. Also, real quick, I like a dry scramble and I don't know how to explain this to people, but like, I don't want my scrambled eggs to be wet. I honestly want them a little bit browned. Matt and I get in fights about this because I'll be making us breakfast like I'm an amazing wife and partner that I am, and he'll have the audacity to come up to me and place a order. Sir, this is not a restaurant. If you want to place an order on how you want your eggs, you're gonna have to go to a restaurant, okay? Like, I don't know what I've done to you, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio. If you know, you know. I also had my career management review. So sorry, guys, we are bouncing backwards. I had my career management review at work this week. And obviously, I love the company that I work for. Honestly, my review went amazing. My biggest feedback, which is something that I've gotten at every job I've ever worked at, I think, is that I'm like a big personality. I carry a lot of energy. And what I give and put out there can like really alter the state of the room. And like, honestly, my response to that is like, don't piss me off. Because I feel like I'm at the age now where I don't get pissed off at like little things, or I don't have big emotions to little things. If something is like truly taking me aback, I am going to just sit in it and be quiet. And that does change the energy in the room. But like, maybe you should come forward and apologize or be like, hey, should we talk about this now? Just saying. My other thing is like, why can't we be comfortable in the position that we are in and grow it? Like, when I first started at PCL as the event coordinator, I was like, I just really want to like grow this position and make it great. And they're like, okay, but what's next for you? And I'm like, no, I literally started 2 months ago. Like, I just want it. Like, I want to do this. I don't want to be looking at the next thing. And here's the thing. Every company needs the people that are comfortable in their positions. Like, because if you're constantly looking to like, okay, promote, there is going to be a ceiling for people. Like, I can't become the CEO event planner at PCL as much as I'd love to. So, like, let me be comfortable in my position. Let me grow stronger at my position and make the events absolutely perfect. And then hopefully maybe train others to, like, transition into that. But I don't think we always need to be, like, climbing. Like, oh my God, that just reminded me. I worked out this week, not on purpose, at the conference. Oh gosh, I hope this isn't, like, noisy shuffling. Sorry, guys. At the conference, and by we I mean honestly it was my fault that we didn't order enough breakfast for all these like 30 something construction workers. And so I look it up and I'm like, oh my God, there's a Trader Joe's so close, I'll just run down there. And like in my mind, yes, I know that you're not supposed to bring outside food, but it was like 11 o'clock, so I know that the kitchen's going to be like so busy for lunch. And I went upstairs to their cafe and they didn't have any like pastries or anything, so I'm like, no, I'm running to Trader Joe's. I run there. On the way, it is downhill. I go shopping like a mad person. I run back uphill. You guys, I was dying. It was also so hot, but I was dressed like it was fall. So I'm like literally sweating so bad. I had like a mock turtleneck on with a jean jacket over top. When I tell you I got back to that room and I was like, I know for a fact I smell. I was like, this is so gross. I made Matt smell me to like make sure I didn't smell. He's like, no, you're fine. And I don't know if he was lying just to make me feel better, but I was like, I need to go home immediately to shower. I did get in trouble for the hotel. I was like, I'm sorry. I needed to get these people fed. Okay. I couldn't wait an hour for lunch. I needed to get them a snack. It is what it is. Good times. But yeah, my quads hurt real bad the next day. Oh my gosh, you guys. One thing that I did but like thought of myself this week was one of the best things in the world is telling your friend, this might be TMI, but, and you tell them and they're like, nothing's TMI. Like having a safe place to talk about literally everything is like one of the most amazing things ever. And it's girlhood and I love it. And I just think we always need to be that way. I just love it. Also, I'm celebrating my 200 Snapiversary with Jessa. Love this for us. I'm sending you like emotional balloons because I know we don't like balloons anymore. I was going to send you flowers, but I was like, is that a little much? But I'm always a little much. So like, say la vie. Yeah, just a PSA. Share your story because I feel like people can relate. Okay, I also want to start a segment called Story Time, but I don't know if I'm ready for a big... One thing about me is like, it's not that I'm going to trauma dump, but I like will tell you what's happened to me. And I just feel like I have to get it out before like other people whisper about it. I don't know, maybe whatever. I did become a official middle child this last weekend. No, my dad didn't adopt. He definitely had his second kid with this person. So yeah, I'm a middle child. I don't know how I feel about my new identity, and some people might be thinking like, Jamie, you're an adult, so it shouldn't really affect your identity. Don't tell me how to feel. It's funny. We have to laugh or we're gonna cry. Yeah, there's not much to say about that. I might have to do a story time at one point. It's definitely a little bit deeper of a story than we realize. But I was actually at a wedding this summer and I saw a friend that I haven't seen in like a really long time, and he was like, oh my God, how's it going? How's your dad? And I was like, so good. Has his 5th child on the way. So like, we're really doing well over here. My friend was like, I really just thought like you were going to end it with good, but like, okay, this is where we're at. And you gotta meet people where they're at. Oh gosh. Should I do reality recap or pet peeves? You know what? I'm going to say my pet peeves real quick. When people don't say the R in frustrated. Because it is so hard to take them seriously after that. I'm just really frustrated with you. And I've heard it so many times on this reality TV Bravo stuff that I've been watching. And I'm like, babe. Also, when people say R instead of our, and I know this is all just about enunciation, but it bothers me and I feel like it needed to be said. Our. This is our house, not this is our house. Who's our? I'm sorry, can you guys tell that my energy's down? I feel like I'm like, meh. I'm in my Sunday cozies. I'm in my like, oh, we didn't even talk about the new edition. Yeah, new headboard. New sheets. I feel like it's giving In Bed with Paige DeSorbo, and it's not that I mean for it to give that, but I'm not upset that it's giving that. Do you know what I mean? I did do a bare face today. Thank you so much for noticing. I just have to get back on my skincare routine, and I was afraid that if I did a full face of makeup, I would literally just use a makeup cloth to take it off and just like go to bed. And I need to get back on my routine. It's been a tough couple, not tough, but when you do have people visiting, it's like hard to stick to a routine. Do you know what I mean? I think we do have to do a quick pause here because of the camera. So commercial break. I need a clapper because I do have to write the like segments on it because honestly just camera stuff. Okay, we are going to dive into reality TV. First of all, I forgot to mention that I was mentioned on the Giggly Squad podcast. They did talk about the video of like some girl saying, no one's having you. Guilty of discharged. Turns out Paige and turns out Hannah did invite Jax, but I'm like, I just feel like she didn't really mean it because I'm like, you can't like Jax and not like Kyle. Do you know what I mean? Like, Jax is the worst. Anyway, let's dive into Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, guys. If anyone wants to go back and watch from the beginning, I'm very down because I feel like I kind of want to see where Whitney started from. I fast forward through Meredith's scenes. I just like, I feel like she tries to make her scenes like so iconic and like, I'm gonna do this big thing for my family. It means so much. I just can't. It's so drawn out. I feel like she's just like trying to work way too hard for this. Meredith, babe, no, it's not it. It's not it. Even like the bathtub scenes from a couple years ago, like you're trying way too hard and not in like a silly, goofy way, like a this is my life and I just can't with you. OMG. I literally wrote that girl that announced that she was someone's girlfriend because I couldn't remember her name. It was like such a weird moment too. And I get it. It's your first season. Tone it. We're gonna have to tweak it. We're gonna have to tone it. Enough. She's like, I'm officially someone's girlfriend. And they look at the post and it's like, my best friend. No. And then I rarely agree with Mary because I think she's so unhinged. If you married your step grandpa, girl, you need to go and talk to like 3 people, not just one. We got stuff to work on. But Mary said what we were all thinking. Like, why would I care about that? And then, so this girl's name is Brittany. She's new. For her to say that her 2 kids don't talk to her, I'm assuming they're like borderline adult, like maybe young adult kids. If your young adult kids don't talk to you, that says more about you than them and your parenting style. Like, I'm sorry, you've done something and it's crazy. But then on top of that, for your kids not to be talking to you and then you go on a reality TV show and try and act like everything's all Gucci, absolutely not. And then when Mary was like, my mom was like her, cared more about her relationship than me, the fact that you're going to announce that you're someone's girlfriend, but you're not like knocking on your kid's door every day, you're insane. You're insane. And her saying like, honestly, it's really personal. Babe, you just entered reality TV. Nothing's personal. I mean, it might be personal, but guess what? It's not a secret anymore. I think you should have thought about what you were doing before you jumped on the reality TV, before you were like, I could be someone. Why don't you be someone's mom first? Just saying. And you know what? I said it. Also, her being like, I don't want to be mom shamed. Babe, we weren't mom shaming you. We were person shaming you. People shaming you. Because like, what the hell? Even the fact that like Tamara's kids, some of her kids don't talk to her, that's weird. Meredith spoke again. She tried to like bring up how she was like, and Whitney, I'm also upset with you and I deserve, no, Meredith. You deserve this. You know what? You deserve to be put on pause. Okay? I'm just going to say it. Andy Cohen needs to put you on pause because no. No, I literally can't with Meredith. That's like all I kept writing. So it was honestly a bit of a snooze of an episode. I'm excited to see. Also, call me a construction girly because when I hear Milwaukee, I immediately think of the Tool Company. Okay, slay. She's Wick. She's a woman in construction. Okay, Real Housewives of the OC. Okay, this is a thought I've had for a really long time, but Heather Dubrow and Sophia Bush need to play sisters in some TV show or movie. Think about it. Think about their voices. Think about their manner. They could be sisters. 1000%. I will produce it. Actually, I will also be in that if anyone wants to make it. Okay, the Jen and Tamra of it all is just such an eye roll. Like, I am so over it. First of all, you guys look like Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and we need to just like take out those extensions that are way too tight on your head and have like a real kumbaya moment, because I can't. But then on top of that, Ryan and Eddie, there's something about when the husbands dive in there that I'm like, zip it. If I wanted to watch men having like drama, I would watch more sports. Like, I don't want this at all. Ryan, your jeans are too tight. Like, have your fun, crazy out there fashion, but figure out the jeans. Like, those were wild. Did you guys not see his ankles? It was literally insane. Eddie telling, I don't even know the new girl's name, Katie's husband, not to serve his wife any more alcohol. That's insane to me. That's so crazy. Like, maybe tell her she should have a limit. I say if she's going over it, I would say, like, we need to go home. But, like, Tamra is earning her paycheck, and it's, like, a little much. Like, you could tell Eddie's just there because he's like, okay, I'll do one event with you each year. But, like, what is happening? I feel like he's over it. It's giving... Oh my gosh, I thought I wasn't recording for a second. No, it's giving that he's over all of it. Like, his eye rolls. Honestly, I feel like he's just over the drama because all of his responses to Ryan were just like, he was just like, I don't need to talk to you because you would never have my wife. Which is just like such a weird thing to have to say to another grown man. You would never have my wife. Also just, yeah, makes me feel icky. Yeah. Tamra, I just need you to stop. I honestly don't like seeing Tamra on my TV. I need her to go back on pause. And by pause, I mean literally we need to 86 her. And I'm not saying seriously, but like a dish in the kitchen. Like, I just need you out of here. She's not even a pot stirrer. She's literally just an awful person. And I think she can only do reality TV now. But like, she needs to retire. She needs to go be a custodian somewhere and live like a small town life and just really reflect. Because in the early seasons, Tamra was such a mean girl. Like, she was trying to get Gretchen drunk and then like was kind of forcing her son on her. It was just all very like not okay. If that was happening now on Real Housewives, people would be like, she needs to be gone. She was like borderline trying to get this girl essayed by her son. Like, it's a very weird season, those seasons. Like, she was like, let's get her naked drunk. It was just like super inappropriate and weird. And like, Vicky just really wants to be a cool girl. So Vicky was like, yeah, like jumping on the train. And then Tamra will literally listen to you complain about something. Then you go to a dinner party, she'll say, and she said this about you. And you're sitting there like, oh, I thought we were just like having like a venting sesh. It wasn't me trying to like come for anyone. And she'll literally and it's like aggressive when she comes for you. Like, she's screaming across the table. And then you'll go for lunch with her the next day and she'll be like, and you know what? I am sorry about that. I don't know what came over me. Why couldn't you say this with your chest at the earlier event? Like, this is what she does. It's her weird formula, and I'm not here for it. I don't find her good TV. I know some people are like, oh, that's what makes her like good reality TV. I don't see that at all. That is not my opinion. I think she's just like to her core not a good person. When she started on Real Housewives 2 with her ex-husband Simon, like that was just, it was bad. Also, I felt so bad for Shannon this episode still. And oh my gosh, Tamra saying that you have to separate Alexis from like the lawsuits, because when Alexis was with her husband Jim, they sued Tamra and Shannon for defamation. And now that Alexis is with John Jansen, John Jansen is now suing Shannon. And Tamra's gonna tell us we have to not think of Alexis as doing any of this. You'd have to be an idiot not to think about that. There's no way that's not a coincidence. But all of a sudden she wants to be best friends with Jesus Jugs. It's insane. Jesus Jugs is also quite literally insane. Like the way that her brain works truly frightens me, because the way that she'll spin stuff so that like she's the main character but like isn't doing it as a joke. Like she literally, there was a scene in her first season where she takes her like 2-year-old daughters to get like pedicures and manicures, and they're like obviously like, I don't want to be here, like and they're like twin daughters, and she's like weirdly wrestling them. And it's just like, you're so uneducated. I'm sorry, you're gonna try and take 2-year-olds to like the spa to get their feet done? In what world? In what world? I think next week I might try and record in the living room for just like a different vibe, a different setup. We'll see how that goes. But I also think that I should start off with like a soft open. I think I should do my week in review. I think I should do a story time and then dive into reality recap and then wrap it up. Oh, we didn't talk about the Diddy of it all. And here's the thing, I have nothing to say because I'm actually truly afraid of the subject. I'm afraid of how people are like making so light of it. And maybe they're making light of it because they're uncomfortable with what he did or what he's accused of doing. But I just like, as it's happening is not the time for like weird jokes and memes. I'm sorry. And obviously some of them are funny, but like, it's just like, we probably shouldn't laugh right now. There is this weird theory that the reason why Kanye West jumped on the stage to interrupt Taylor Swift is to like get her out of the eyes of Jay-Z and Diddy, because she was doing better than Beyonce and they were going to kill her. And I'm like, that seems like insanely far-fetched. I think he was just vibing, and it was not good vibes that he was vibing with. I think it's all so effing crazy. And honestly, I think that's all I'm going to say on that. It's funny because this week when I was at the conference and I'm talking to these people from like all around the world and I'm saying how much I miss Edmonton, and they're like, what? That's crazy. And I'm like, no. Like, I know it is, because if you told my 18-year-old self that I was going to be living in LA, I'd be like, I made it. Like, that's the dream. To me, I've really realized that like home is where the heart is. Oh my God. No, I'm not actually getting emotional, but I just like love my friends. I love my family. I know that that's what makes me happy on like a daily basis. I know that I like to surround myself with, people like that. I feel like I've met some really, really, really amazing friends in my life. And not to say I'm not going to like make any new friends, but I just don't see any more like life friends like that. Obviously I love meeting people. I love, having those new relations, but like, I just have really good people in my life right now. So yeah, I'm ready to go back to Canada, which is so wild because I was like, also it doesn't help that it's so expensive in California. A 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom fixer-upper is like $900,000. So it's like, I just like want a home that I can make a home. I also really want a backyard, and I just want like more space for row and whatnot. So hopefully we'll be back to Canada soonish. I would be fine with a stop before. I don't know where I would want to stop before. let me know if there's anywhere else that you guys would rather live, or what you love about Edmonton other than the people, because honestly, nothing beats those people. And I love and miss all my friends. This is a short episode because your girl's tired. I'll just be honest with you guys. And I do need to catch some Z's. But before I catch some Z's, I do need to watch my stories on TikTok because it sends me out. It makes me feel really good. Thank you so much for listening. It was really good to see you. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Okay. Artlist.io